Amanda, whose channel is called Amanda Center, uploaded a video about book hauls. It's called Why Book Hauls, and it's kind of a bit of a look at why it is that we like watching book hauls so much and why we like filming them, why they exist basically. And this is something that I've been puzzling about for a while because I've never especially enjoyed watching book hauls, but I know I'm in the minority in this. And the main reason that I don't like watching book hauls is that most of the time the people haven't read the books that they are showing. They're just saying, oh, here's a pretty book that I've bought, here's a nice cover, blah-de-blah, maybe a bit about why they picked it up. And for me, that doesn't give me that much information about the book itself, and it doesn't really help me to make a decision on whether or not I would like to buy it. However, I've heard some different perspectives on this, and some people say that they like seeing what other people who have similar taste to them pick up and what they might be reading soon. I have a similar kind of view on TBR videos as well. I don't make them because I never stick to them, and I don't really enjoy watching them because it's just holding up a book that hasn't been read yet and saying that they're going to read it, hopefully, maybe. I know that a lot of people feel differently about this and that they like to see what booktubers who have similar tastes to them are picking up, and it's kind of like an updated mini bookshelf tour in some ways because you see these new things that are coming in that hopefully will get read at some point soon. The other things that book hauls allow is more interaction, so the viewers are able to recommend books and suggest which books they would like the booktuber to read next. And people love recommending books. This is something I found. Whenever I ask for recommendations, I get lots and lots of comments, and that's really exciting, and it allows for that extra bit of interaction. And it's really exciting as a viewer when a booktuber that you love and admire picks up a book on your recommendation or picks it up sooner because you've said that it's something that you love. The other thing that people say about book hauls, of course, is that they are very consumeristic, and that's the case with any hauls really, besides maybe library hauls. Often the books that are shown are very shiny and new, and it's much more about the aesthetics of the book and the reasons behind the purchase. And that's some feedback that I've got as well, is that people will often watch book hauls with their Amazon wishlist open or Goodreads open, and they will add them to their TBR list. From my own personal point of view, one of the reasons that I don't film them that often is that I would have to confront how many books I actually buy, and I do feel like it's much more interesting for you guys if you're hearing about a book that I actually have an opinion on. So for these reasons, I've only done one book haul in the past. I'm going to do one now, and I'm going to share with you some of the books that I have picked up recently, and they're all also books that I'm hoping to get to quite soon as well. See, I feel like it's like making a TBR list. As soon as I make a list, then I'll find something else and read that first. So then it kind of worries me that if I don't get to this pile soon, then I will have done something wrong. I'm not sure. Share your thoughts down below. But anyway, on to the haul. So, the first book that I picked up is My Katherine Mansfield Project by Kirsty Gunn, who is a New Zealand author who is living and working and teaching in Dundee. But she went back to New Zealand for a winter in order to write this book about Katherine Mansfield, her experience of rereading Katherine Mansfield, and this is the product. This is an essay, and it's also got some short stories in here, I believe. This is published by the lovely Notting Hill editions, and they are all this lovely cloth bound finish, but there are lots of different ones of these, and they're all in different colours. Notting Hill editions are dedicated to the essay form, so all of them are non-fiction. It's really this celebration of the essay, and there are lots of different titles, lots of different authors, so I will link their website down below because it's well worth looking at. The next one is a fantasy book. This is The Magicians by Liv Grossman, and I know that people have really conflicting feelings about this. Either you love it or you hate it. I have heard this compared to Harry Potter, and I've also heard that you should not go into this thinking that it's going to be like Harry Potter, because it's not. Apparently the characters are detestable, and I think that that sounds like something I would really enjoy. It's set at a magical university, at least to begin with. It sounds really interesting, and I'm getting into fantasy in a big way at the moment. The next book is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Ackerman. Chris from Christopher Realism recently read this and reviewed it, and it just sounds amazing. Apparently it's very beautifully written. I think I read the first few sentences and thought, yeah, I think this will be a good one. Apparently it's very heart-wrenching as well. I have quite high hopes for this. Christopher has great taste in books, and usually the stuff that he recommends is stuff that I like. The next is a recommendation from Chauncey over at Chauncey Boddington. She reviewed this a wee while ago, or it was in a wrap-up I think, and I instantly added it to my TBR list on Goodreads and finally got around to buying it. I got this at Foyles the other day, and it is Headlong by Michael Frayn. I don't know a huge amount about this, but I do know that it follows an academic, or a would-be academic, I think, and it's to do with art history as well, and maybe an art heist. I don't know, but I love books that are to do with academia, and I love books that are about art, so sounds like my sort of thing. The penultimate book in this haul is a recommendation from Rincey over at Rincey Reads. She recommended The Architects Apprentice by Elif Shafak, and she compared this one to The Name of the Wind, which always makes me a little bit hesitant, but at the same time also made me pick it up. It's not fantasy, but apparently it has that same kind of coming of age tale sort of feel to it. So in that way it's a little bit like fantasy, and it is obviously about an apprentice to an architect, and I don't really know much more than that. But Rincey has excellent taste, and there's an elephant on the cover. I mean, what's not to love? So the final book will be of no surprise if you've seen my most recent wrap-up, and that is The Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. I listened to the first two in the trilogy on audiobook and decided that I wanted a book that was really going to engross me as a physical book, that I can hold in my hands and lug around in my bag, because books are my bag. So yes, this obviously continues the story of the Vestrit family, and I mean it's a bit of a chunky one. I'll probably zoom through this actually, because I've been so enjoying the others. So hooray for Robin Hobb. There we are, those are some of my recent book purchases. I don't know if book hauls will become a regular thing on this channel. I like doing the kind of discussion videos where I can really sink my teeth into a topic and get your feedback as well. So I hope that that's what this video has been, a bit of a discussion as well as a book haul. So do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.